Okay, welcome back, Bobcats. Volume 1-2 today. We're going to take what we learned in Lesson 1-1 and add on to that, as you'll see going forward. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. What do we already know about volume? Well, we do know that volume is equal to our base times our width times our height, right? Those are the three numbers. This is a three-dimensional figure. We're multiplying three numbers, and we get cubic, whatever the unit of measure is, multiplying by three different numbers. Multiply by two numbers, get that product, and then multiply by the third number. All right. Let's go ahead and do some quick review. On your whiteboards, solve that for me. That's from yesterday's work. You should be able to find that. Pause the video. Let's do a quick check. All right, let's check our work real fast. Our volume, our base, 6, times our width, 4, times our height, 3. Our volume is equal to, let's see, what am I going to multiply by? I think I'm going to multiply by 6 times 4. 24 times 3. My volume is equal to, what is that? 12, 6, 72. It's 72 what? Centimeters. Centimeters what? Cubed. 72 centimeters cubed is our answer. Y'all get that? A little warm up. I'm sure y'all got that one. Let's skip past that. Let's take a look, jump into today's lesson. All right, so this looks a little bit different. Notice it's not a complete rectangular prism. There are some blocks that are missing. So we need to take into account, when we're doing finding our volume, those blocks that are missing. So we need to find this area right here that I've outlined in black. So that is 2 by 2 by 1. So that volume right there, how many blocks do we have right there? We have 4 blocks right there. And these blocks right here that we can see, and we know there's 2 of them there, right? We just can't see it. It goes something like that. It's behind the other block, so we can't see it, but we know it's there. How many blocks do we have here? Again, we have a 2 blocks by 2 blocks. It's 1 high. Again, we have 4 blocks there. So all together, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be taking partial and add it to get our total. So the black ones, there are 4. The purple ones, there are 4. So we have a total of 8 cubic units, right? 8 cubic units all together. Taking a part, taking another part, taking another part, and adding all those parts together when we get done. That's kind of our way we're going to solve these problems today. All right, let's take a look at another one here. Oh, look at this one. There's multiple different ways you could solve this problem. There's a couple different ways as you look at this. I look at this is the way I think of it. I want to take this section right here. I want to take those blocks and find that area right there. So that volume, and I'm going to call this area 1 or block 1, whatever you want to call it. Just finding this area. So it is 2 by 2 by 4. So if I find the volume of number 1 is 2 by 2 by 4, that is equal to 4 times 4, or 16. Well, I still need to find this other area here. So we still have this area right here to get. So what is that volume? I'm going to call that number 2. And we'll add it to what we've already gotten. So that is 2 by 3 by 2. So that volume is 2 by 2 by 3, which is equal to 4 times 3, which is equal to 12. I need to take this 12 blocks and add it to these 16 blocks. Add those two together. I get a grand total of 28 blocks. So our answer would be C there. So you see how you're taking the whole figure, because we can't do the whole figure in one step. We kind of got to make blocks out of it, make smaller chunks, and then take those smaller chunks and add those smaller chunks together to get a total. All right, we'd like you guys to take this one on for size. How do we go about finding this one? Pause the video if you have it, and come back for the solution. Alright, so this one here I see as 2 separate. So we have this little one right here, and then behind it you have this great big huge one. So I want to take those 2 into account. So the first one there we can see, that's 5, right? That's a volume of 5. We already know that. So what is the volume of this other one? So we got 3. We have, how high is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high. And then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way. So we need to find the second volume. 6 times 3 times 5. What are we going to multiply by? Let's do 5 times 6. That'll be 30. That'll be 30 times 3. That'll be pretty easy mental math. That's 90. So our volume is 90, but we're not done. That's not our answer, right? Remember, we got to add these 5 right here that are in front. So it's 90 plus 5. So our total would be 95. So our answer would be D. Did you get that one? I hope so. If not, hopefully you see where your mistake is. Let's go on. Ooh, look at this figure. Okay. Pause the video. Figure out what the volume is. You could do this one a couple different ways. You could add or you could subtract on this one. All right. Come back for the solution when you're ready. All right. Let's take a look at our solution here. Jeez. A little sneeze there. All right. So, let's figure out what the entire, if there was blocks completely, I think I'm going to do this one a little bit different. If we could continue this out and fill in those missing blocks there that are there, what would we have? We would have 4 by 4 by 4. We would have a cube there, wouldn't we? So what is 4 times 4 times 4? That would be 16 times 4, which is equal to 24. That would be 64 total. So what's missing here? That's the next key I got to ask you. What is missing here? So let me erase, oops, let me get my eraser. Let me erase this. Let me get a different color so you guys can follow along a little easier. So this area right here, what is missing from that area? What are we missing from this area right here? That yellow section was taken out. So how much of that was taken out? So if we look, our base there, we are missing 3. How high it is, that's 2. Oops, forgot one here, didn't I? And its width is 2. So let's multiply 3 times 2 times 2. 3 times 2 times 2. That leaves me 6 times 2, or 12. So 12 blocks were taken out. So we just need to simply take that 12, and subtract it from our 64 here. That's going to give us the total that remain. So 52 cubic centimeters. Hopefully that's on there somewhere. There it is. D, 52 cubic centimeters. You could also add them together like we did the other one. You could do it either way. Doesn't matter, you're still going to end up with the same answer of 52. These are kind of fun. Get to be creative with your mind this way. Ooh, look at this one. Okay, this one you could do exactly like we did the last one. You could do it either way. Solve for your answer, and then pause the video and come back to see if you get it right. Alright, I'm going to do this one. This one I'm going to add, whereas the last one I subtracted. So I'm going to take this right here, this right there. And I'm going to find the volume of that one. I'm going to call that number 1 here. So we got 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is 4 across. So I need to multiply 3 times 4 times 5, which is equal to, what is it, 20 times 3, which is equal to 60. So number 1 is equal to 60. Now I got to find this front area. So we're talking about this area right here. That one right there. I need to find that area. So its base is 4. Its length, because I'm not going all the way to the back now, we're just going part of the way, because I already counted the others, just to where we stopped. That's 3, and it's 3 high. So I got to multiply 4 times 3 times 3, which is 12 times 3, which is equal to 36. So let's take that 36 and add it to our 60. 36 plus 60 is equal to 96 total. All together we got 96 cubic units. Did you get that one? There's a lot going on there, isn't there? Alright. Ooh, look at this figure. That should be creative. Okay. Go ahead and pause the video. See if you can figure out this volume, and then come back for the solution. Alright, think you guys got it? Well, this one I see is 3 different figures. I see the top one, this section right here, that's 1, and then I see this middle section, that's number 2, and then the very bottom, I see that as number 3. So I got to find 3 different volumes this time. So volume number 1, 4 by 1 by 2. That volume is 8. At least they're small numbers, so easy. You can do it in your head. Number 2, you're going 4 across, 2 high, and 3. So it's 4 by 2 by 3. Which is equal to, whoops, I've written too many lines there, 8 times 3, which is equal to 24. So we got 8 for the first one, 24 for the second one. Now number 3 is just this base, this very bottom here. So we got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is 1 high. So 4 times 5 is 20, and we know 20 times 1 is going to be the same. So we just got to add these together. 20 plus 24 plus 8. We add all those together. What do we get? 44, 50. Am I doing 56? Is that right? No, 52. 52. 52 cubic centimeters, or cubic blocks. 52. That was fun. That was a unique shape. All right. Got to the end. What did we learn today? Use the sentence starter there. In summary, today I learned. We learned how to find volume of unique shapes. They're not always going to be perfect rectangular prisms. We still need to find the volumes of these odd shapes. I've given you some strategies to solve those different volumes of those unique shapes, those geometric shapes. All right, guys, until next time, have a good one.